Last week, as I'm writing this, I made a TikTok showcasing Dying Light 2's parkour, with the question, is it better than Mirror's Edge? And as that video started to blow up, I realized no one has actually made that comparison, especially with Dying Light 2's new physical parkour system, which gives the player more urgency and control to their parkour. So for this comparison, I'm going to break down a lot of the similarities these games have and where they differ. And after that, present my conclusion. Starting with Mirror's Edge Catalyst is the speed of the player character Faith Connors, which can quickly go at a max speed of 16 miles per hour. Aiden Caldwell from Dying Light 2, however, goes at 14 miles per hour. Each game has different skills that make their respective characters go faster. Dying Light 2 features a skill called Dart that allows Aiden to get a speed boost and make larger gaps, and when upgraded, it allows for him to continue going until stamina is fully depleted. Which leads on to my next point. Dying Light 2 and Mirror's Edge shares some familiar moves. We'll go into all the basic ones too in depth, like rolling and vaults, as those are to be expected in games like themselves. But starting off with jumps, Mirror Edge's Faith jumps committed and fully, while in Dying Light 2, pressing and holding the jump button will affect how far you jump or hide, depending on the context, which helps make more precise movements. Mirror's Edge features a move called Double Jump and that can be seamlessly woven into your run without losing momentum. Dying Light 2 has this move as well, but it's more slow, but you gain noticeably more height, however. Similar to the Double Jump, while running is faster in Mirror's Edge Catalyst, but you noticeably have less time compared to Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 is longer and seemingly slower. Mirror's Edge features a 360 turn move, allowing for players to turn mid-air behind them or use that to back eject. Mirror's Edge is pretty self-explanatory in how you're supposed to use it. Dying Light is also similar, but additionally there's a skill that allows a player to jump even higher up to a ledge, opening more possibilities. Furthermore, if you jump off a building, pressing the button you use the reverse jump skill allows for the player to keep their momentum while gaining height. Simply put, Dying Light has a very huge edge over Catalyst, given the fact there's more for the player to do, more choices to make in a given second. That is why in some ways Aiden is more slow, as it gives the player more time to make choices. Choices you wouldn't be able to make in Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge is a lot more streamlined and more focused on the player gaining more momentum, while Dying Light also has ways to gain more momentum through its moves, and promotes the player to go off that given streamlined path and take their movement beyond the physical capabilities of a human. Being that Aiden Caldwell was experimented on as a child and taking inhibitors to boost his endurance and strength, allowing him to grab and interact with objects in ways Faith cannot. That also further proves why he is slower. Faith has perhaps been training for majority of her life running on the rooftops, while Aiden has been going on his own, walking on plains of deserted grounds, and he does not have the same experience as Faith has. Going to the tools, the grappling hook is very limited in Mirror's Edge Catalyst, having to be used in very specific contexts to get into different areas of the map. You're able to jump on some of these points in different angles, but even then, there's one clear set path usually on where you need to go. Dying Light 2 makes it feel more like a tool or something way beyond what was previously expected from these games. Once upgraded, you can gain boosts when swinging and even use a grapple hook on enemies. One of the most important things to consider when parkouring, not just in games, is location, more specifically the buildings. Mirror's Edge Catalyst has a pretty diverse environment, but all pretty much keep the same slick and simple design to promote the game's emphasis on speed and momentum, not having as many things to disrupt the player's movement, but promoting the player to keep it. As previously mentioned, Mirror's Edge's parkour moves boost the player's momentum, so the simplicity in design makes sense. Dying Light 2 has a lot more factors to consider. The rooftops are about 1/3 of the things players have the ability to interact with when it comes to freerunning. The other two things are the streets and the climbable walls that lead to the roofs. All these things a player can have nearly immediate access to at any given time. Mirror's Edge features its own unique features as well. Coil is a useful way to jump over objects fast without being interrupted. Shift is a great way to keep momentum after doing certain parkour moves. Building up a mirror that allows for her to take bullets while on the run. As you can see, Mirror's Edge is a lot more limiting in a lot of ways because of the Faith's physical strength, and also just how the game is designed. However, it is a lot more easier to get a very unique sense of flow you can't get in Dying Light, as that game has other things to its core, such as combat. But I'll leave it up to you on what you prefer. Thank you for watching, hope this video is insightful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys when I talk about Gotham Knights, because everyone was wrong about that game.